should be able to hear me now. So sorry about that. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out. Let me know if that's weird. Okay. Yeah, it should be good now, and you can hear music too. Okay. Perfect. Are you a VTuber? Yes. Yeah, you can go ahead and drop your request now. We can do yours first. Yeah, but anyway, I was actually complimenting you, Anvitha. Anvitha is a great artist. If you haven't seen their art, I'm not sure where you post it, but anybody would be well advised to go and check it out. Thank you, Omaha Ball. I'm from Kansas, so Omaha's not too far, although I've never been to Nebraska. Anvitha posts on Instagram. Yeah, go follow Anvitha. You can put your handle in the chat. I highly recommend their art. If I used Instagram, I'd follow. I'll write it down actually, because I do have an Instagram. But hello, someone /Qualcuno. Wisconsin. Hey, we got Midwest folks in the chat. And let me know if the music is too loud. It shouldn't be, but it might be. Also, if it's too quiet, which is totally possible. Here you go. We'll do Anvitha's. How's everyone doing? Luca NASCAR. Yeah, Anvitha, let me know what your request is. And we can get started on that. Draw a Nigeria ball. Do that. Kidnapping, war, fraud, Ohio. Yes. Hopefully y'all liked the new animation. It seems like it did very well. I mean, it doesn't seem like it did. It did really well. 2 million views, which is great to see. Alpaca's animation abilities are unmatched in Countryballdom, in my opinion. There's a few good animators, I'll say that, but Alpaca is very good. Can't get rid of those marks. Okay. Hello, chat. James Redstone. And while we're sitting here, we do keep, or I keep, a map of everywhere that viewers are from. So, if anybody here represents a country other than the ones listed, let me know and I can mark it. And I gotta... So let's see, Wisconsin. And Vitha's Indian. Okay. There's India. Very good. Luke is Australian. I'll fill in that. And I know we got Wisconsin. We got Nigeria. Let me go ahead and try to draw Wisconsin here. I'm drawing these by straight up memory. So I actually really don't know how to draw Wisconsin. It's like that-ish. That's gonna be good enough for Wisconsin. You represent Taiwan. Okay, we will mark Taiwan as you have requested. Give us the UP as well. That ain't bad. That's not too bad for Wisconsin. Wisconsin's got like a bump on it somewhere that I don't remember. Algeria, very cool. That's a big country. So we actually got India, Australia, and Algeria, which are 3 of the biggest countries on this map. Like, besides Russia and China, I guess. Hi, that's a good Wisconsin. Thank you. Oh, and Omaha Ball, I assume you're from Nebraska? I can fill in Nebraska if you want. Oh, Nebraska. Yeah, you already said that. And I'm doing I'm doing US states. I can't draw any other countries' states from memory. So, okay, dropped the rec in the Discord. Oh, perfect. Thank you. I will definitely check that out. Cousins in Nebraska. Thank you. Okay. Let's see here. They'll all leave if you mess up the border. Yeah. Nebraska's not that hard once you have Kansas. Let's see. Because it just continues the Missouri River, and then it lines up with Kansas's western edge and then has a bit of a panhandle. Why is Vancouver Island not colored with Canada? Because it wasn't... It didn't fill in automatically. That's the reason. And also Nova Scotia wasn't. And also all these islands were not. So I can do that real quick. And actually what I'm going to do... Select this and subtract any black, and then I should be, yeah, there. Now I can fill it all in. Okay. Use your Kansas for the state ball map. It's kind of complicated. The flag, yeah, I've drawn Kansas a ton of times. Here, I actually have the right folder open to get this, but I have one drawing that, if I can find it, I really liked. Let me see here. Actually, it's like I might not have it somewhere easy. Yeah, there it is. I drew this art of, I mean, it's like barely art. It's just an Elmer Fudd joke. But of Kansas, there was a news thing from like years ago. If you're not from Kansas, it literally doesn't matter, but I like that. Okay. I think that we got all of the places that people are from. Germany. Yes, we can add Germany for sure. Okay. Just get away with a dark blue background. Yeah, true. Okay. So, with that, let's go ahead and start drawing. And Vitha, do you have a request? For what to start off with drawing? Let me see here. Yeah, we can go ahead and start with that. Do Pakistan. Oh, you sent it on Discord. Oh, I see. Well, let me go and check that out. Here's your request. You just want you to draw your little ball sonas. Okay, which one do you want to do? The one with the hat? Yeah, I'll do the one with the hat. I'm gonna copy it in. So this is Anvitha's art. And both of them? Okay, we can do both of them. Let me make sure. Oh, I see. Okay. This is the other one. Right. Okay, let me come back. Let me see. Let's go ahead and do these. Yeah, you can ask a question. For sure. Oh, refer to the doodles. Yeah. Okay. Let me get that. Let me put this down. I'll put that one on top. Okay, so these are yours. So let me go here. You made a Countryball animation years ago in Canva. That's impressive. In Canva, that's very not built for that, I feel. But cool. Very cool. Okay, so let's do this. You draw. I'm gonna draw it like, I guess, more so in my style. Because if I tried to copy, it would be awful. Okay. Do you know who Lodokai or Sappy Dude is? I do not know who that is. If you haven't been here before, and or you haven't drawn Countryballs before, I apologize because it takes a while to draw circles sometimes. You just gotta keep doing it. Okay. Emerald Steve, exactly. You can barely draw the US flag, how can you animate on Canva? Yeah. Animating on Canva is like, I don't know, cooking in an easy bake oven. Like, yeah, it's possible, but you're not playing to your strengths. Or playing to its strengths. Okay. And I gotta do this. Sometimes it's a pain to fix ball, but it is worth it. Okay, there we go. I do use a stabilizer, yes, in GIMP. Without a stabilizer, it's not great. I also draw a lot with a mouse. With a pen, I can draw without a stabilizer, and I often do, but not always. For circles, for like big circles, it's such a pain that I just don't. I don't bother. Okay, let me get this. Yeah. Okay. You see, you make incomplete circles and then draw the accessories. See, I always start with complete circles just because it's easier to understand where stuff is supposed to be. For me. Trying to do the eyes right. Okay. Sometimes it takes... Nah. This will look better with rounder eyes. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Lotkai was banned for making a weird joke about DR and coli. I think he got arrested. Who did? Some guy in Omaha poured gasoline on his driveway to try and get the ice off. That... I don't think that's a good idea. I also usually do eyes first. because eyes determine where stuff is pointing. Okay, now is the challenge. Now the challenge is to what is the challenge? If I could think of it. Draw the hats, because I am not good at drawing hats. But we will see. Okay. And for some reason my pen got really big. Here we go. I draw this a little bit smaller and pink. Dude, you can draw Apaches. Apaches. That's way too big. That's not bad. No, I've never played War Thunder. I've played there's a I don't know, well, maybe I have played War Thunder. There's a thing similar to War Thunder. Oh, Apache helicopter. With just ships. I've played that, but only briefly because it was free on like Xbox Game Pass for a while. Or maybe it's always free to play, actually. It's World of Tanks, but more graphic. Yeah, I don't dislike that. And yes, I have played Hoyt 4. Right now we are listening to the Europa Universalis. I don't like this hat. I've decided. Okay. The ball you're drawing now is called Europa. Peak is playing. Yeah, this is the this is one of my favorite game soundtracks. From one of my favorite games, actually. Okay, so let's do that. And then we're gonna fix this to be a little better. Okay, and fix that. That's bad. I'll probably move the eye. Yeah, that works better. Okay. Okay, and draw basically. Okay. Hoi 4's good. For sure. I just kind of prefer I don't super like what do you call it? I don't like the battles, basically. I'm unfortunately. I find it a little bit, like, tedious. I prefer my battles to just be handled by the computer. Which I know is not what everybody likes, but it's part of the reason I've never really liked Total War either. Wait for, I haven't played it a while. Yeah, it is complicated. Yeah, there's just a few things I don't like about it. It's a really good game, though. I'm not going to say that it's not a good game. It's just not my cup of tea. Okay. YouTube videos don't help much. You only naval invaded once. Yeah, naval invasion once and never again. I totally agree. Let me see here. Okay, he plays Germany and forgot to declare war on Poland. Classic. Okay. So this is EU. I'm gonna assume these are the right colors for the EU. They look right. And I'm also gonna assume that I can get away with not drawing the correct number of stars. I'm gonna assume correct. Okay. Okay. He plays Germany and went for monarchist path. Okay, let's fill that in. Fill that in. I'm gonna go in here and fix these stars up a little bit. Make them better. What else? Why is your PS5 sounding like a lawnmower? My PS4 sounds like a lawnmower, but it is a PS4. Can you hire a guy to place ads manually so we don't randomly get kicked out of stream? I really don't know how ads work. I apologize. I will look into it to be better. I've never looked too much into it. Okay. But I will. Okay, so the Xbox is going to be better than any PS5. I don't know about that, and I've been an Xbox like player for most of my life. I went from PS2 to Xbox 360. Never had a PS3. Never even really touched a PS3. Okay, now let's do this other one. This one's gonna be more complicated. Your first console was also the PS2. Yes. I'm not much of a sports fan. Yeah. That's just the easiest way to put it. I'm not much of a sports fan. Yeah. You're running Roblox? Nice. First console was a Switch. Switch is one of my favorite consoles. My first console was actually a... Was it the PS2? Yeah, it was a PS2. And then... But I had a Game Boy before that. I had a Game Boy Color. But... I don't know if that counts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw... I'm gonna draw the boxy bit first. Let me see here. You're playing Ron. It's good. Your first console was PS2. Yeah. I had the Xbox One. I played a lot of games on the Xbox One. I've never gotten a PS5 or an Xbox. I don't even remember what they're called. Xbox. What is the new Xbox called? I don't even remember what it's called. But I don't have that either. Okay, so this is Xbox Series X or S. Yeah, I don't have either one of those. Okay, so now that I've got that taken care of, the boxy bit, now I can draw the non-boxy bit. Okay. Let me see. Hi, YouTube. Hi, Alan Kapushkin. Hi, Alan Kapushkin. I love Pusheen. Who are the voices in the new animation? I was the voice of America, and Cassifer was the voice of everyone else, I believe. But there are voice actor credits in the main video, because I might be wrong. Also, I can't remember. I think I don't remember who did Australia. Somebody else did Australia. The animals animation YouTube shorts. I'm not familiar with that. Hello. Yes, the Poland voice was so on point. Props to whoever did it. Yes, that was Cassifer. You forgot the fluff on the right ball? The fluff on the right. Oh yeah, I will go back to that once I do this. I'm also doing like the shading stuff later. Just don't want to deal with going back and forth, and I can do it all in one layer. You still remember the old PB official version? Yeah, this one was better. and much better animated and much better jokes and stuff. Okay. So there's that. And then what? This is like... This is down here. Now I'm seeing what's going on here. Okay. And we're gonna have a little bit over here. There's something to come out more. And I'll fix that. Okay, are you the only one who feels bad for the flight attendant in the new fort? The flight attendant is very sad, just trying to do their job. Okay. Now then, what else do we got here? We're gonna call that okay. Okay, now then, I'm gonna use these colors to start with. And I'm gonna get a little bit brighter for this bit. And nope. Oh, I messed up. Okay. Yes. Let's see here. You only drew the prototype version, but you don't know where it is. Meep. Wow. Wow, indeed. And then let me get a darker shade of this. I also think I need something here. Let me go ahead and do that. Seems good. No. No. Stupid. There we go. That's better. And I'll fix that later. This needs to be... Do I fix that later? Yes. Just goes there. This gets filled in. What's the flag here? Not sure what these flag colors are supposed to be. Let me know if I'm getting that wrong. Watching people draw country balls is so calming. I'm glad that is the case. Let's see. It's a fictional nation called Rama. Then... yeah, I'm not sure what the color should be. But this at least helps me figure out where I've missed. Plug this in. And this needs to be here. That should be there, but I do need it to be darker. That'll work. Oh, that doesn't work. That can work. And I need it slightly darker. Version there. And I should be about... should be about ready to get this red. That works. I just need to get some more colors in here. Sorry, this is a lot of filling in blanks. Okay, I'll come back to the color now that I've gotten that taken care of. And let me just draw a split up here. And let me fill that in. That's not too bad. Let's see here. Please wait. You Countryball OC, please, I make you like. How long did it take you to draw the USA versus Iraq drawing? That one took... so that's part of a larger comic. The whole comic probably took me about 5 hours. And that panel probably took me about 2 hours. Ish. Yeah. Yeah, it can take a while to do a drawing, for sure. The color of the hat for the ball on the right is gray. The color for the whole hat is gray? Okay. Oh, the color of the hat for the ball on the right is gray. Okay. That works. No, left. Left. Okay. That will do. So let me go ahead and do this. Are the like accents white? Or no? How would you feel if you meet Sappy Dude, Quark 88, and Anvitha IRL? I don't know who two of those people are. But I'd be happy to meet Anvitha. They're real nice. Why you say all the time? Russian. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and do this. Sappy Dude is a perv and Quark. Okay. It's too much drama. I speak some Chinese. That's about it. But my Chinese is not good. Is this just white? Oh. It's just white. I wanted that to be like a yellow. No, let me get, this just needs to be like dark. There we go, that's better. There's also a red star on the front. Yes, good point. I'd like to get, it's a good song. U4 has a really good soundtrack. Okay. You can draw something. Who is Jagmer? I don't know who Jagmer is. Now let me do these little dangles. And do a new layer. Shadows. Okay. And let me do this. Okay, what is the problem here? Oh. That would make sense. And it's always fun to do that. The hell did your autocorrect just do? It's a bird with extended tail feathers. Arlen the Countryball guys made a TF2 people, but it's Countryball. Nice. The ball on the left has a small tail. Okay, that I wasn't positive was what I was looking at. So let me go ahead. Let me do that real quick. Probably do well with being darkened, but it's okay. You two draw Countryball art and Thomas and Friends. Like the tank engine? That's cool. Does anybody know Extra in Exile? No. See Countryball? No, I'm not familiar. Okay. And Vitha, I don't know if there's any other major issues with this. Let me see here. Oh, that's necessary. So that's those. This is only the tail is black. The tail is black. You mean like? Nice way of drawing Ushankas. It took me a couple months to learn them, but they don't look that good, so I mostly just avoid making them. Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with hats and Countryballs. It's easier for me to not open up Discord. Let me see here. And then so the tail is, well, like a light gray, maybe? You never drew hats on Countryballs. Vietnam pop-up? Yeah, that happens every once in a while. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna... I'm not sure what else here. Let's see, got sent something on Discord. Oh, fan art, thank you. That's cute. I appreciate that. Yes, if you send something in Discord, let me know. If you if you need to send an image reference. Otherwise, you can request something just here in this chat. Speaking of which, oh, you did? Emerald Steve sent something. Okay. Concept in case you need one. I am not sure what I'm looking at. So it's this painting. Let me see. Let's do something less complicated for this one. Draw the sniper from TF2 as a Countryball. By the way, he's from New Zealand. That That I can do. Let's draw the TF2 sniper as Countryball. That seems good. I'm gonna draw it very big. Let me see here. Sniper from TF2 is pretty easy. The hardest part is probably the shades and the vest. Yeah, clothes are not the simplest thing on Countryballs, so I probably will only do like the hat and his sunglasses. I can do this here. So let me see here. I'm gonna have to draw the hat separately. Let me see here. I'm gonna draw a Tennessee State ball. I can. Here a bit. Let me see here. Countryball OC is close to snipers. A lot of people have OCs. That's cool. Thinking it should be. Okay. Let me do this. Needs to be further up here. And it should be. Is that about right? There we go. That's fine. Okay. So let me do some colors here. Born in New Zealand, grew up. I don't remember all the lore. I have played a lot of TF2 though. And I remember when those videos like all came out. Like Meet the Sniper, Meet the Spy. Those were good. Which one was my favorite? Probably Meet the Spy was my favorite. Yeah, Meet the Spy. Sounds like the one of the Doctor Who themes. Need to erase some of this overlap. Let's see. Meet the Scout is underrated. Meet the Scout is good. Yeah, for sure. Sometimes... Let me see about these glasses. I can just do these on the same layer. They're more like this shape. That's not bad. Call that okay. Usually do a layer for the frame and a layer to fill the glass area. Yeah. I usually just keep the glasses in the same layer as the, or like the frames is the same layer as the lenses. But yeah, I'm actually gonna draw the eyes first. Okay. And his glasses are like kind of orangish. So what I want to do is like yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. Play 4 multiplayer animations of people getting mad and voice chat might be funny. Let me get the New Zealand flag here. Always hats. Always so many hats on these live streams. I'm just gonna British flag jump scare. My apologies. No. I still had it set to minimum opacity. Okay, so that's actually not, that's not the best way to go about doing this. Best way to go about doing this is to start off with this, and then once you've drawn the Union Jack like a few hundred times, you get to like the point where you can do it relatively quickly. And it's easier on flags like New Zealand than it is on the actual UK flag, because you can kind of ignore a lot of finer details. I'm gonna do that. And I'm also gonna fill this in a little bit, and I'm gonna fill this in a little bit. And that's what we call good enough. And then you come in here and just making sure that you don't cover up the white, then you fill in the rest. Nope, I covered up some of the white. See what I'm saying? Gotta be careful. And New Zealand's flag, actually, the stars here are quite easy. Even though they might not look like it. So let me... You can just draw a white star and then fill red in. Draw a red star inside of it. And it's just a coincidence really that this all gets covered up, but okie dokie. And then all you gotta do is draw a red star inside of that. Stars are quite easy to draw once you've drawn. I've probably drawn it's probably in the thousands, because I draw probably an average of 50 every time I draw the US flag for comics, like across the whole comic, not on one US flag. So I usually do maybe 15 and then draw the US maybe 6 times. That math checks out. We'll just go ahead and call that good. And this is not a good looking star. Gosh dang it. Oh, you're the problem. Nope. Oh, I'm just being stupid. Okay. Now then, for the most important part of the snipers. Kit. And sorry, I haven't been reading chat. Sloveniaball RAR. What's this website? I'm drawing in a program called GIMP. Actually, it's not a website. This is New Zealand. Yes. You please make your OC. It's your birthday. If your OC is not way too complicated, then yeah, sure. Well, as long as it's not complicated and is a country ball. Yo, Gaty, remember me? Hello, Mark. I apologize. I'm not I'm not sure that I do remember you. I know too many marks, perhaps. Gimped? Gimp. Yeah. Slovenian up next. Can you do Ukraine after? Super chat, cough, cough. Did somebody give money? No. Okay, good. I didn't I didn't want to miss that. If somebody did. And let me do a shadow here. Nope. Let's see here. TD2 reference. Why did you draw a jar of pee? Because that's one of the things that you can have as the scout in TF2. I'd like that to be a little bit darker. You mean sniper? Yes. If I said anything other than sniper, I apologize. Okay, now I can go ahead and put these all into a thing. So hopefully that's good. And like always, whenever I'm making art on a live stream, I will post the full thing later on. Hello, James K. Polk. Classic. Good old James K. Polk. Scout. Yeah, no, it's sniper. The problem is I've played so much Battlefield, and in Battlefield the sniper class is called the scout class. Please do Tennessee ball. I can do Tennessee real quick. Can you make your OC? Did you post it in the Discord? Wet farts. If you have an OC, you'll have to send me the picture in the Discord. Oh, I can't do a tank. I apologize. Can I draw myself? Let me do Tennessee first. Is there anything special that you want Tennessee to be doing, or you don't have Discord? Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, you can describe it, and I might be able to, but I can't guarantee it. Eating a waffle. Okay. Let's do Tennessee eating a waffle. Let me do a... It's gonna be an Eggo. Oh, let me actually fill this in first. Okay. Why on earth is the eraser erasing? What? That doesn't make any sense. Oh. Now I know why it's not making sense. Wrong layer. Which is why it was not working the way that I needed it to. And actually, erase some of this, la-di-da. Now then, why on earth isn't the erase? Yeah, it was erasing so bad. The reason was I couldn't figure out why it was not making what I was erasing transparent, but the reason was that it was, I was on the base layer, so there was no transparency below. Which can be a problem. Let me see here. Also don't like this color, but me. There we go. That's a better color. The Tennessee flag. Let me grab that. Very motivational. Flag of Tennessee. The volunteer state. Really just need the colors. This isn't that hard of a flag to draw, but never mind. We're already here. And this needs to be like that wide. Yeah, it's fine. And there we go. Okay, so Belgium eating pancake. Oh. The Belgium eating pancake. Yeah, I thought about adding Belgium in here, but I don't think these stars are at a weird angle. But that's okay. That is totally fine. And I did that perfectly. Ha ha ha. Colors. I'm messing it up just by touching it. Okay. That is better. Then let me go ahead and do this. I need to. No. Let's see here. I need to erase all that. And I need to hit that, and then I need to do this. Sometimes you forget where layers are, and then you gotta figure out what your problem is. There you go. There's your Tennessee eating a waffle. Okay. Tennessee waffles. Also, Tennessee is just kind of football shaped, which I find funny. Okay. What next? I have time for one more drawing. I apologize. For some reason, you remember Gate drawing the Gurkha Gherkin. I did draw a Gurkha Gherkin. Yes, absolutely I did. It's a horizontal tricolor with light green. Okay, this is your OC. It's a horizontal tricolor with light green at the top, white in the middle, and light blue at the bottom. There's also a black star in the middle with a hole in it. Okay. I can do that. I'm gonna have to write this in case chat goes. Tricolor, horizontal, light green, white, blue, black star with hole in middle. Okay, we can do that. I can do that quick, so we'll be able to have one more after this. And your username is Casual Binary Man. Okay. That works. Okay. 7. The width that I'm going with here. And I've kind of screwed myself over by drawing the eyes in that color, but we will persevere. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, tricolor with light green. Try to get what I think is a good looking light green. white and blue. I don't know what kind of blue, but I wonder if that's channel logo, a bird, a llama. What is that? The channel logo is a llama. No, it's an alpaca. I'm so stupid. Now I assume that by black star with a hole in the middle, you mean that, like, it... looks like this? Like, has a star-shaped hole in the middle? Instead of, like, a circular hole? Blue and green swap. Okay, that is easy. Easy peasy. Easy peasy to fix. That hole looks too big, so I'm gonna make it smaller. Okay. And I'm gonna do a separate shadow layer. Even though this isn't particularly hard to do. And call that good. Merge down. Okay. There's your... I'll zoom in for you, so if you wanted to take a... The hole is circular. Let me fix that then. Let me fix that. That is easy enough to fix. There you go. So I've zoomed in there. You can take a screenshot if you would like, since I think you don't have Discord. Now then, got time for one more. So who has got that? Hi YouTube, I back, new look. Hello, Alan Kapushin. Welcome back with your new look. That flag reminds me of... I don't remember. I think maybe a Canadian province or something. Egypt doing Suez as a hat? Suez as a hat. I don't know how that would look. Montenegro sleeping. We will do Montenegro sleeping because I like drawing sleeping country balls. It's not the easiest flag in the world to draw, but that's okay because it's going to be sleeping. Okay. Let's see if I can do this quick. I unfortunately have, like, actual plans that I've got to go to. Okay. 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 This like on top. So How's this even gonna work? Okay. I'm gonna do 2 thickness. What are we listening to? Scheisse. That was not smart. Good music, though. Okay. So that is how you draw a sleeping country ball. Haha. You just ignore most of the most of the details. Okay. How does Montenegro snore? The world may never know. Hard time getting the shadow right. Okay, that works actually. Please work. Aha. There's your sleepy Montenegro. Let me draw. I like my Z's to have that little thing. Okay, there's sleepy. There's sleepy Montenegro. Hopefully you all had a good time. I'm glad that everybody could stop by. Live stream 8:31. Yeah, it was fun. These images, well, this image will be in the Discord. If you don't have Discord, you can screenshot now. The VOD will be uploaded as well. So feel free to join the Discord, download that. Adios, everybody. We do this every other week. So thank you for showing up. If you're a new subscriber, over the last week, we've more than doubled our subscriber count. So if you're new, thank you very much for stopping by, and hope to see you in the next live stream. See ya.